Ladies and gentlemen, the misfits, the ones left behind, the souls who gave their all and were met with betrayal. Let me tell you something. Yes, you were the diamond. You were the rare, unbreakable force in their life, something valuable beyond their comprehension. And what did they do with that? They tossed it aside, didn't they? For what? A cheap, hollow penny. They traded something priceless for something disposable. And now, my friends, now they're living with that regret, suffocating under the weight of their foolishness. You see, they thought they could upgrade, thought they could swap out a soul as rare as yours for something that sparkled just a little differently. They mistook your depth for simplicity, your loyalty for something that could easily be replaced. But that's where they were wrong. They didn't realize that diamonds don't lose their value, even when discarded. And that penny they chased after, it's already lost its shine, already rusting under the weight of their disappointment. They thought the grass was greener on the other side. Ha! Poor fools. They didn't realize that the grass only grows greener where it's watered, where it's nurtured. But they left you, didn't they? Walked away from something real, something true, because they were too short-sighted to recognize the value in what they had. They didn't see the brilliance of the diamond they held. And now they're stuck with something cheap and fleeting, something that will never measure up to what they lost. And now, here they are, haunted by their own mistakes. Every single day they wake up to the realization that they traded something extraordinary for something ordinary. Every time they look at what they chose, they're reminded of what they threw away. That penny? It's not giving them what they thought it would. It's not filling the void left behind by you, the diamond. And they're starting to see it. Oh, they're starting to feel it. That slow, creeping sense of regret. You, my friends, you were the steady hand, the unshakable presence in their life. You were the one who stood by them when no one else would. You gave them your time, your love, your unwavering support, and they took it for granted. They believed they could find something better, something shinier. But diamonds don't need to shine under every light. Their worth speaks for itself, and your worth. It's speaking volumes right now as they sit with their poor choice. The truth is, they didn't leave because you lacked anything. No, they left because they were too blind to see what they had. They were too consumed by their own selfish desires to understand that real value isn't something you can easily find. They thought they could replace you, thought they could trade you in like some commodity. But they've learned, haven't they? They've learned that not all that glitters is gold. Some things look shiny on the surface, but underneath, it's all hollow. It's all a facade. And now they're stuck living with that empty, gnawing feeling in their chest, that realization that they let something irreplaceable slip through their fingers. They're stuck with a cheap imitation of what you brought into their life. And every day they're faced with the same haunting truth: they'll never find another you. They'll never find someone who gave as selflessly as you did, who loved as deeply, as truly as you did. And that's going to tear them apart, piece by piece. But let me tell you something, it's not your problem anymore. Their regret. That's their burden to bear. You don't need to carry the weight of their mistakes, their foolish decisions. No, that's for them to live with, for them to wake up to every single day. And trust me, they are waking up to it. It's starting to gnaw at them, that regret, that sinking feeling that they made the wrong choice. It's there every time they look at the person they chose over you, every time they realize that penny will never shine like the diamond they let go. You see, life has a funny way of balancing things out. They thought they could walk away from you and find something better. They thought they could trade you in and never look back. But the universe has a way of showing people exactly what they lost. And now they're seeing it. Now they're feeling it. That regret. It's starting to eat away at them. It's starting to rot their insides, slowly, painfully. They'll try to distract themselves, try to pretend like everything is fine, but deep down they know. They know they traded a diamond for a worthless penny, and that decision is going to haunt them for the rest of their lives. Every time they see you thriving, every time they hear your name, it's going to hit them like a punch to the gut. Every time they're reminded of what they had, of what they lost, they're going to feel that sharp sting of regret all over again. And the best part, you don't even need to lift a finger. You don't need to do anything. Just by existing, just by living your life, you're showing them exactly what they lost. Your success, your happiness, your peace, it's a mirror to their failure. It's a reflection of their poor choices, their inability to see the treasure they had in you. And that reflection, it's going to haunt them for a long, long time. They'll try to replace you, try to fill that void with someone else, something else, but it'll never work. Because you, my friends, are irreplaceable. You are the diamond they'll never find again. And the more they search, the more they try to fill that void, the deeper their regret will grow. It'll gnaw at them, day by day, until it consumes them entirely. And let me tell you something else, they know it. Oh, they know it. They may not say it out loud, they may not admit it to anyone, but deep down, they know they made the biggest mistake of their lives. And that regret, it's only going to get stronger as time goes on. Because the further away they get from you, the more they'll realize just how rare, how precious, how valuable you really were. But that's not your concern anymore. Their regret, their sorrow, their poor decisions, that's their cross to bear. You've done your part. You gave your love, your time, your energy, and they squandered it. Now, you get to walk away with your head held high, knowing that you are always the diamond, and they'll spend the rest of their lives trying to find something that will never come close to what they had with you. You see, that's the beauty of karma. You don't have to wish them ill. You don't have to hope for their downfall. Because the universe has a way of giving people exactly what they deserve. And what they deserve, it's already catching up to them. That penny they chose, it's starting to tarnish. It's starting to lose its luster. And they're starting to see that no matter how hard they try, no matter how many times they polish it, it will never, ever compare to the diamond they let go. So let them live with that regret. Let them carry the weight of their foolish decisions. Because while they're stuck in their misery, while they're drowning in their sorrow, you're free. Free to live your life, free to be happy, free to find someone who truly values the diamond that you are. You don't need to look back. Don't need to wonder what could have been. Because you already know you were too good for them. And now they know it too. And if they're honest with themselves, truly honest, they'll realize that what they gave up wasn't just love. It wasn't just companionship. They gave up stability, loyalty, authenticity. They gave up a safe place to fall, someone who would have gone to war for them, someone who would have stood by them through thick and thin. But people like them, they never see the value in what they have until it's too late. It's only after the dust settles, after their shiny new penny starts to fade, that they realize what they had was rare. What they had with you was real. But by then, my friends, it's too late. They can't turn back the clock. They can't undo their choices. The bridges have been burned, and they're left standing in the ashes of their own destruction, watching as you rise from the flames stronger than ever. And that's what burns them the most. The fact that you didn't crumble, didn't fall apart like they hoped. No, you took their betrayal, their abandonment, and you used it as fuel. You've risen above their pettiness, above their games, and that, right there, is what they can't stand. Because you see, they expected you to chase them. They expected you to beg, to plead, to try to win them back. But you didn't. You let them go. You let them walk away with their cheap little penny, and now they're stuck. Stuck in a cycle of regret, stuck realizing that they were the ones who messed up, not you. They wanted you to react. They wanted you to show them how much they hurt you, but instead you gave them silence. And that silence, it's deafening. You've become a mirror, my friends. A mirror that reflects all of their flaws, all of their mistakes, and they can't stand it. Every time they think of you, every time they see you moving on, thriving, living your life, it reminds them of the choices they made. It reminds them that they traded something extraordinary for something that will never measure up. And that's something they'll have to live with for the rest of their lives. Because while you continue to rise, while you continue to shine, they're stuck. Stuck in the mess they created, and the storm, oh, it's just beginning. So, here's to you. Here's to your resilience, your strength, your unwavering sense of self. Here's to the fact that you don't need them, you never did. And now, as they live with the consequences of their choices, as they sit with that heavy, suffocating regret, you get to rise. You get to thrive. You get to shine even brighter, knowing that they'll never, ever find another you. And that, my friends, is the sweetest revenge of all.